This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Brett Baer in Washington. The testimony before the testimony. Former FBI Director James Comey says in prepared opening remarks released today that President Trump asked him for loyalty and that he hoped Comey could find his way to let go of the investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Comey says he did not take that to mean the president wanted him to abandon the broader investigation into possible Russian interference in the election or links to the Trump campaign. And he did not pass it on to FBI investigators at that time. Comey also did tell President Trump, according to the detailed notes Comey took at the time of those one-on-one meetings, that the president was not personally the target or focus of an investigation, an assurance Comey offered 3 separate times, as President Trump told NBC last month. Those are some of the headlines from the prepared testimony that hit Washington today like an earthquake when it was released a few hours ago. Tomorrow, Comey will deliver those remarks and take questions from the Senate Intelligence Committee. That will be the main event in a dynamic doubleheader of Senate hearings concerning those investigations and what the president did or did not request or order. Today, the men who guard America's secrets said they did not feel any pressure to squelch or silence any investigations, but they would not directly discuss specific discussions they had with President Trump, reported from anonymous sources in the media. We have Fox team coverage tonight. John Roberts at the White House with reaction, plus a surprise personnel move a day ahead of the Comey hearing. Howie Kurtz in the White House briefing room fact-checking the media against the Comey remarks. But we start off tonight on Capitol Hill and Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge on what the former FBI chief will say tomorrow. Good evening, Catherine.
Brett, the 7 pages of prepared testimony for the record contain one revelation after another. After a January 6th briefing at Trump Tower to discuss unverified intelligence targeting the incoming president, James Comey had already discussed with senior FBI leadership whether he should be prepared to tell Mr. Trump he was not under federal investigation. We agreed I should do so if circumstances warranted, based on President-elect Trump's reaction to the briefing, and without him directly asking the question, I offered that assurance. At a dinner later that month, now President Trump asked Comey if he wanted to stay on as FBI director. The president said, I need loyalty. I expect loyalty. I didn't move, speak, or change my facial expression in any way during the awkward silence that followed, Comey writes. We simply looked at each other in silence. Later in the conversation, the president returned to the subject. I need loyalty. I replied, you will always get honesty from me. He paused and then said, that's what I want, honest loyalty. I paused and then said, you will get that from me. After a February 14th meeting, the president raised the issue of National Security Advisor Mike Flynn, who resigned a day earlier. I hope you can see your way clear to letting this go, to letting Flynn go. He is a good guy. I hope you can let this go. Comey stated, I had understood the president to be requesting that we drop any investigation of Flynn in connection with false statements about his conversations with the Russian ambassador in December. I did not understand the president to be talking about the broader investigation into Russia or possible links to his campaign. Comey continued, it was very concerning, given the FBI's role as an independent investigative agency. The FBI leadership team agreed with me that it was important not to infect the investigative team with the president's request, which we did not intend to abide. We also concluded that, given that it was a one-on-one conversation, there was nothing available to corroborate my account. In March, Comey made a rare public statement.
I have been authorized by the Department of Justice to confirm that the FBI, as part of our counterintelligence mission, is investigating the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election.
About 10 days later, Comey got a call from the president where he described the investigation as a cloud impairing his ability to act on behalf of the country. He asked what we could do to lift the cloud. I responded that we were investigating the matter as quickly as we could and that there would be great benefit if we didn't find anything to our having done the work well. He agreed, but then re-emphasized the problems this was causing him. Comey's prepared testimony quickly overshadowed today's hearing with top intelligence leaders.
This pattern where the president seems to want to interfere or downplay or halt the ongoing investigation, not only the Justice Department is taking on, but this committee's taking on.
In the 3+ years that I have been the director of the National Security Agency, to the best of my recollection, I have never been directed to do anything I believe to be illegal, immoral, unethical, or inappropriate.
For intelligence-related matters or any other matters that have been discussed, it is my belief that it's inappropriate for me to share that with the public. Traveling
overseas, Coates' predecessor said the issues threatened to unravel.
I lived through Watergate. I have to say, though, that I think you compare the two, that Watergate pales really, in my view, compared to what we're confronting now.
The committee's ranking Democrat said he will bring forward a witness, a former administration official who saw political interference. But Senator Mark Warner did not identify that witness by name today, Brett.
Catherine, thank you.